Sir, thank you for your time. India has this dubious distinction of ranking pretty high on lung disorders and respiratory disorders. So, what is the reason for this high incidence in India?
So, among respiratory disorders, India is one of the top countries, both in terms of numbers because our population is large, but in terms of prevalence also or incidence also, and that is basically related to two factors. One is there is still a growing epidemic of cigarette or BD smoking in our country. So, we have still a large population continues to smoke, and a lot of respiratory diseases are linked to smoking, whether it be COPD or lung cancer. Second is the effect of outdoor and indoor air pollution. So, number of individuals are exposed to high levels of air pollution either outdoors or indoors, because a number of Indians, especially in rural India, continue to use biomass as a means of cooking.
Okay.
And biomass, as a matter of fact, almost 60% of India still uses biomass to cook in houses, and that is associated with the higher levels of indoor air pollution.
Right.
And therefore, women who are cooking in kitchens using a chula
Right.
have a higher chance of respiratory problem in later life.
So, this whole incidence of cooking gas would have a better impact.
So, it will have there are two or three things which are being done. One is the Give It Up initiative.
Right.
The second is there is a lot of movement to make what is known as smokeless chulas
Right.
or better quality stoves.
Right.
But I think along with that there has to be a look into the whole social impact
Right.
and trying to encourage people to move to better quality fuel. If you give, say, an LPG cylinder to a person in rural India, he should also find it's cost effective.
Right.
And he should use it.
Right.
Otherwise, you will have people who have an LPG cylinder, but the cost of the cylinder is so much that they will use it only for making tea if a guest has come.
Right.
But
So, it's not economically
Yes.
viable, and it has a health impact.
So, on the other hand, they will find it's cheaper to use cow dung and wood, which
Right.
they get free,
Right.
and they'll do most of their cooking using that.
Right.
So, it has to have an awareness angle to it, a social and economic angle to it, then only will it succeed.
So, coming to the whole discussion of asthma, what actually happens to the body when we say that somebody is suffering from asthma? What's the thing which is affecting the body?
So, if you look at asthma, asthma is an allergic disorder which occurs in children and adults. We have it also in the older age group, which we call late onset asthma. Traditionally, what happens in asthma is when there is an exposure to, let's say, an allergen, the airways get swollen. So, it is a disease of the airways.
Right.
The tubes which take air from or oxygen from the air into the lungs.
Right.
So, in an asthmatic, these tubes get swollen.
Okay.
And there is narrowing of these tubes, there is secretions in the tubes, which leads to a person who has this feeling that he is short of breath.
Right.
So, there is breathlessness.
Right.
Because these tubes get narrowed, when a person breathes through these narrow tubes, there is a whistling sound or what we call wheeze
Right.
while he is breathing, which is the another problem that asthmatics have. They find that the breathing has become noisy.
Right.
And there is also an element of cough because there is secretions, and the inflamed or narrow tubes cause irritation and coughing.
Right.
So, the cardinal symptoms of an asthma are shortness of breath, which may be associated with chest tightness, wheezing, and cough, which may be dry or have a little bit of sputum production.
Right. Doctor, before I get into the understanding of whether it is preventable or not, have we been able to identify specific strands of causes which are leading to asthma?
So, then we can have two types of things. One is the allergens and the other is the triggers.
Okay.
So, how are they different? Asthma is an allergic disorder, so individual will have an exposure to certain allergen.
Right.
You may be allergic to pollen,
Right.
one may be allergic to house dust mite. In India, we have seen that some people are allergic to cockroach. So, exposure to the cockroach antigen can cause the attack of asthma.
Right.
And sometimes in northern India, you have what is known as a grass which grows wild, known as Congress grass.
Okay.
Exposure to that also causes an irritating reaction.
Okay.
The other is the triggers. Triggers are those which suddenly cause the attack to come in a person whose airways are still swollen.
Okay.
So, triggers are not allergens, but they also bring on an attack in a predisposed individual. So suppose, and triggers could be air pollution, it could be exposure to change of temperature.
Right.
So you go from a warm room to a cold AC room, and the cold air goes into the airways, causes irritation, and one starts coughing.
Right.
It can be because of exposure to dust, fumes, and or a strong perfume,
Right.
or a strong smell, or even the agarbatti which is used in homes for puja. All of this will go into the airways, cause an irritation, act as a trigger, and bring on attack of asthma.
Is there any direct linkage of air pollution to asthma? Because there have been places, pristine places, which have pretty high incidence of asthma.
Yes.
So is there a linkage?
So asthma is air pollution is one of the factors which can trigger an attack of asthma. So if you have an individual living in a clean environment, but he has an asthmatic predisposition, he may not get an attack of asthma. If the same individual then comes to an area where the levels of pollution are high, constant exposure to high levels of pollution may cause an attack of asthma. And we see this in a number of people who come to Delhi.
Right.
So we have people who come to Delhi as for job. In our institute, we have people who come to Delhi as students to do their post-graduation, to do their MBBS.
Right.
And many of them will come and say that they were all right, they had no problem. But after a few months of staying in Delhi, they've suddenly started getting up in the night with wheezing, coughing, and chest tightness. Basically, they had an asthma tendency. It was not manifest because they were living in a better environment. They came to Delhi, and because of the high levels of pollution, they started having this feeling of cough, breathlessness, and started behaving like an asthmatic.
Doctor, we get to read about emotional distress leading to asthma. We commoners really do not know the linkage. Would you please be able to highlight on it?
Like we said, there are triggers for an attack of asthma. Stress itself is also a trigger. So in an individual who has inflamed airways, if he's stressed out, the body produces certain substances due to stress, which leads to further narrowing of the airways and an attack of asthma. So we have some children, and I remember a few years ago I had a girl who was studying, and most of her exams she used to give from the casualty, because the anxiety of the exam was so much that the night before the exam she would get in very severe attack. She would come to the emergency, take nebulization, and then go to give the exam.
Right.
So stress can be an important trigger as far as asthma is concerned.
So some of the students can actually take it as an excuse to,
Yeah, but our aim is
safer.
the management of asthma is to give you a good quality life.
Right.